where legends collide. Got my friends beside me, we're ready to ride. With every step we take, we're feeling alive, fearless From the jungle to lanes, we're making our mark. With strategies tight, we're igniting the spark. Enemies tremble, they can't break our flow. In this world of champions, we steal the show. We're fearless, we're bold, chasing dreams, breaking the mold. With every fight, we rise and shine in this game. We're one of a kind. So here's to the battles, the wins and the falls. Together we stand, we'll conquer it all. No fear in our hearts, just the thrill of the game. In this epic journey, we'll rise to fame. We're fearless, we're bold, chasing dreams, breaking the mold. With every fight, we rise and shine in this game. We're one of a kind. Chasing dreams, breaking the mold. With every fight, we rise and shine in this game. We're one of a kind. We're fearless, we're bold, chasing dreams, breaking the mold. With every fight, we rise and shine in this game. We're one of a kind.
Hello and welcome back to season 3 of Fearless Upper Bracket. My name's Amon, and casting with me today is Gallant. You'd like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I think I'm like a black square right now. There I am. What's
There we
up,
go.
guys? Yeah, excited to be here. Week 2. And we're actually looking at a very close upper bracket. You can check it out at simpletournamentbot.com. With every series going to 3 games, which I don't think we've ever seen before.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
We have we have a good lineup today. We got less Ratatouille, sorry, and Sluggers Disciples. Probably like the two of the best stacks in upper bracket, I believe. So we should have a very entertaining match. I wanted to see they both have. I believe they started both their games 1 and 2. In their series last week. So let's see who takes the lead this time. Have
Yeah,
you got
for
any
sure.
predictions yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm looking at less Ratatouilles for me personally. They were sort of looked at as one of the strongest teams coming in, and then they lost 1-2, which was a big surprise to me personally. I think the team they went up against, Jamaican Super Duper, even had a sub, so
Right.
that must feel pretty bad. But I think they'll be able to turn around.
I will hope so. Well, I'm curious about picks, to be honest, because I know that Sluggers have a very high elo ADC Aphelios main, and since both teams lost their first round, I believe, do we think they're going to bring out their main picks for the first game just to get a big lead and try and snowball it, or we're playing it slow like last time?
I mean, it all depends on like what matchups you're trying to get, because you can only ban one champion you know, per series. You'll kind of have to strategize when you're going to ban it, you know, to try to get the best picks against that champion. But looking at the Felius player, the Hunt, he's called, specifically, I think last year's he had very it was very like up and down. I think he had stellar performances, especially on the Aphelios,
Mm,
almost carrying his team, but he also got picked a lot. So I think
right.
he'll have something to prove this game,
Mm,
and try to coordinate more with his team so that they can protect him in these plays.
that's good. And let's talk about the rival he's going to be going against, Sunny. Good friend of mine, also your previous teammate from last season. So, what do we think? Is he favored to win this matchup, or do you think he's going to get diffed by the Hunt?
Um, I mean, it depends. I think Sonny's a very strong player. Tristana being
Mm,
quite a strong champion right now too, which he plays to great effect. Um, I don't know. I just think it'll depend on the matchup and how
mm,
much the other team members can provide. But what do you think?
right. For me, so I watched the last game and I noticed that when he is strong-sided and he gets that lead, he really snowballs it and pushes it. You saw his gameplay on Lucian where he just ran face into the smolder, 1v2ing. I think if they play around him and get him a lead, I think he can snowball them and take them to the victory. But see, it depends completely on the draft he picks because he does like to pick Smolder. It's one of his best champions, but again, you really can't play Smolder early games. Quite weak before he gets any stacks. So let's see if he's weak-sided or strong-sided. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of one thing I'm thinking about as well because I know from personal experience that list Ratatouilles has a lot of people that kind of think like they know how they want to play the game,
Mhm.
like a lot of strong personalities.
Right, right.
So I think like on paper they're looking like an extremely strong team, but how they're gonna fall, in my opinion, is if they can't get on the same page because
Exactly.
they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
so many strong personalities.
Yeah, that's a big thing. 'Cause I think everyone, I think their solo laners are both very, very skilled, and they both want to like hyper carry themselves. Which I think because you have two big solo laners clashing like that, it just becomes a situation of chaos and there's no organization. So I agree with that. If they get on the same page, I think we have a devastating team on our hands.
Yeah, and I think that'll also all depend on Secluded Pathos or Michael, as he's
Mhm,
called in the jungle. His best pick by far is Jarvan. I think they're definitely looking at that.
mhm.
But for his playstyle, he, I've gone against him a lot of times. He likes to gank a lot, especially bot
Mhm.
lane,
Right.
and my bot lane has cried, uh, you know, metaphorically many times due to his playstyle. And my jungler in the team I'm in currently, Vilma, has said that he is the biggest coin flipper in Fearless.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that can be a good thing as well.
it'd be a good thing. Yeah, exactly. Where are we at with the draft? That's the question.
Yeah, we'll
We're
see.
ready. Yeah,
They're taking their time, using their brains.
taking that. Yeah, got to really.
But I think I can also mention Gwynny on the
Mm,
side of Sluggers Disciples. Uh, very, very, very good play last series that they played. It was like consistently clean all throughout, and
mhm.
I'm very curious to see if that will keep up because I mean they don't have their master top laner anymore.
Right.
Now they are playing with a player known as White Dog, I believe.
Yeah.
Also looks like a very strong player. Lots of Darius and Ambessa mostly.
Mhm. Seems very, yeah, very aggressive kind of play style. Looks like champion wise,
For
which
sure.
we'll see. We'll see because I've seen Linium play both strong side and weak side champions, and I really think he benefits. I mean, he's known as a Xante main, and I definitely think he's a lot better strong side though, giving him champions, aggressive champions like Silas last week was very, very good of his, getting the first blood early. So I wonder if he'll take a step back and just test out what White Dog can do, and then try to make a decision, or if he's going to go out running. I believe the best choice would be to be aggressive straight away. Set a tone for the first game.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, but we'll also see how this new dynamic kind of plays together in
Right.
Slugger's Disciples. I I hope it'll go better for them and they'll have more cohesion. I think that was what they were definitely lacking in the last series. But we'll just have to see. But yeah, any more thoughts that you have?
Uh, I'm curious about their Sluggers Sluggers Disciple support, to be honest, since they were previously a top laner, I believe, right? And they moved on to support to this season. So that seems like a big change. I wonder how that will mean for the hunt and how he can play with that, because um changing roles like that tends to really show like the issues of each role. Top laners tend to be quite more aggressive, so I don't know how Eric will do with that bot lane. Because Sunny likes to deal with offensive bot lanes. He takes that time to sit back, let them make a mistake, and capitalizes. So if that's a problem, I feel like we have an issue in the bot lane there.
For sure, yeah. We're coming into draft here. Immediately a Zoe ban. They know that Gwenny
Yeah, we're not.
is looking to play that.
Oh, Gwen ban is out as well.
Yeah, I think that's for the jungler actually, not the top laner from
Yeah, I
what I've
think.
been able to gather.
Yeah, I think Potato does play a good bit of Gwen in jungle. She's quite a strong pick right now as well. Volibear ban is out, which is quite interesting because I don't think I've seen either team. I don't think I've seen anyone on Ratatouille play Volibear. So even Pathos, I don't think I've seen him play.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think I've seen Pathos play it a little bit. Might just be a ban because it's a flex pick.
Reflex pick, yeah, good.
Mm.
Like an early Ash pick going out for Sunny there.
Yep, he definitely played that a lot when I was a teammate
Yeah.
of his.
Now I think it depends now if they're gonna draft an aggressive or defensive support here, because he can flex. Or again, a hover of Lulu looks interesting.
Yeah, I mean, do enchanters usually counter Braum? Do you know?
No, it depends on. I think if you pick the Milio there, I think they've locked in Janna. The Milio is what I was looking at, because the Ash Milio combo is very, very aggressive as well as defensive, but it just counters that Braum stun. As soon as it goes through, you can just cleanse it and you can keep your Ash DPSing. So
Mm.
I was looking for that, but the Janna pick is pretty good. I'm not seeing it too much, but we'll see how well Dr. Duck does on Janna.
Yeah, and Michael very comfortable on the Zin. So
Mm,
and Gwynny's Vex, we saw that as well. Game 1 of the last series they played, it was absolutely phenomenal.
mm.
And I'm looking forward to seeing more of that.
Yeah, a few comfort picks out, which is good. We start our second ban phase and Hui is out already from Sluggers. Do not want Skanky playing that Hui, taking over the entire laning phase. And down goes Darius.
Yeah, they're just banning champions that Vex is weak against, basically. Pretty smart.
And it looks like we're getting a jungle draft out now. Oh. Oh, with a what were we saying? I'm thinking right now bot lane looks like it's just going to be a farming matchup. Seems Ash and Janna just want to sit back, get some items. Kog'Maw with Braum is just ready for that counter engage. So I think we might have a passive bot lane here. We have a Renekton pick out to deal with the Ambessa. Of course, that empowered W will just shred that shield, and Ambessa will struggle against that 1v1. I think it's heavily reliant this game on the jungle mid picks and how they play the team fights, because we have that Orianna ulti as well as that Lilia full team sleep if she gets a good luck. So I think the ones to watch right now will be our mid laners and how they dictate the tempo of the game from here.
Yeah, for sure. Very very standard draft from Les Ratatouilles. I think they're definitely looking to use the Ash Arrow to get some picks, maybe combo that with the Oriole as well.
Exactly. I mean, as I expected, Linium going for an aggressive pick here, which is exactly what I wanted to see, just to see if he can just purely mechanically try and win the lane instead of slow and trying to go for team fights, which is we'll see how that goes. It's I'd also say it's kind of coin flip because if he gets behind a Renekton, it's kind of top lane. It's kind of over there in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely kind of a skill matchup, I would say, although Renekton favored early game. But then if you just wait around as Renekton
Right.
and you let Mbessa get ahead, then it's just kind of over. You can't really do much. So I think he'll be looking to leverage his lane lead that he'll hopefully get, and then in the late game get a pick on this Kog'Maw. I think will be crucial.
Mm.
But I'm not loving the Lilia pick here, so
Mhm.
I think. Well, I'm looking at blue side when taking this one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that Lilia's gonna find really tough get inside the team there with the range of Orianna as well as Ash, and then the slow of Ash passive is just how are you gonna get anywhere is gonna be difficult, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
I'm
Lilia
I'm
is really slippery, but I think
Mm.
with blue side Raft having so much lockdown, I think they will be able
Right.
to just lock her down and kill her before she
Yeah.
stacks her move speed and all that stuff.
I'm gonna have to agree with you and put my chips in for Ratatouille here. But you know, we do love an underdog story, so let's not count Sluggers out completely.
For sure. White
Maybe a little bit of
Dog,
a strong commentary curse, you know?
yeah, absolutely. White Dog, his debut game here, I think he's been playing a lot of Mbessas, so excited to see what he can do on that pick. Quite a mechanical one.
Mm. Looking at a very volatile top lane, I think then.
But yeah, also of course Michael on a very gank heavy jungler. I think it'll be it'll be key to see what he can do in the early game. It's because I mean if Blue Side Raft don't manage to get picks and don't manage to do enough, I think
Mhm.
Kog'Maw has kind of a chill lane, right?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
he can kind of farm up, get some items, and then if it's already too late, they can probably win the fights in the late game.
Right, exactly. That's the draft done. We should be getting into games soon. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I'm thinking. I don't know that the cog pick is kind of scary in my opinion. I think, like you said, if he does get that chill lane, with Braum protecting him for Jinjiao ganks, just a free stun and just walk out, it just does mean he'll just scale out of control later on,
Yeah.
and it's just pretty much game over then. I think at that point. So we'll see how they go. I'm really hoping for a strong bot side for last Ratatouilles. But we'll see how it goes. I think that's where they'll benefit the most if they get Ash fed, make make that lane swap early. Mean that Cog hasn't got the protection of that long lane or bot lane to farm and get the items that he wants.
Yeah, and knowing Sonny on a personal level, would you say like how often does he hit his arrows, do you think?
Ooh, it depends if he's playing with me or if he's playing for like his actual games. Because if he's playing with me, he never hits them, and give him all the flame in the world for it. But normally, I've seen him fairly consistent in his ranked games when he's playing.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got an early invade coming here from. Oh, nothing here though. Well watched from Jana. The walkout with no takes.
Yeah, do you think him missing his arrows when he plays with you is that like because
I
you're
think on
flaming
purpose.
him, or
Yeah, it's definitely on purpose. He does it
right?
literally.
Okay.
If I can die, he'll miss the ulti. He'll be like, I will not save you. So that's his plan. He just likes me going negative in every game we play.
All right. Gotcha. That makes sense.
That's just me and him, though. You know, let's see how it goes. We got early trade on here from mid lane.
Yeah. Bessa just trying to get her grass procs. Just trying to farm up in the very early game here.
Looks like Sluggers might take the early level 2. They're playing for it just to see if they can get some kind of pick on either the Jarnos or with a nice little fight. Linium level 2, dashing in, pushing through. Level up for White Dog there, he can use the dash to get out. Trading on his way out, well played. Nice little fight top lane. Hit level 2
Yeah.
bot as well.
Actually ends up being a pretty nice trade for Mbessa, even though he got so chunked before he leveled up, but then he got it and then just queued him a few times.
Good.
I was actually thinking like that's a huge mistake. You should never let your opponent level up and just all in you like that, but he knows his champion clearly.
He's gone for like Grasp this time, so I think he's ready to just be less aggressive. Big sphere out coming from Gwenny here. Ganky taking a bit of chunk, but doesn't care too much. I just expected bot lane, just very simple farming, very passive. I think it'll be decided on if junglers come to gank. I don't think there'll be any initiating on bot lane until level 6 at least.
Yeah, and Lilia is looking to go over to the bot lane here with Michael as well. Michael a little bit later though, so we'll see if they clash at the same time.
It'll be a very interesting little 3v3 here. Lilia level 4.
Yeah, with the wave, this should be a gank, right?
Looks like Sunny thinks something's up, so he's staying a bit more. We got an engage here from White Dog. Gets stunned, still going forward. Good dodge from Linium there with a dash. Yeah, Sunny realizing the lane's a bit too pushed, so staying back.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
it could be a really good gank in mid here.
oh yeah, for sure.
And he's 2v1. He sets a
misses
slow
the
off,
E though.
walking out. Well played there from Skank, good job. Using the slow on Lilia, meaning that he can't get caught. And best even walk down to it would have been a 3v1, 3v2 once Pathos got involved.
Yeah, they're looking at double crab though, it's pretty nice.
Yep. A little trade. Linia might get clapped on here, turning on. W onto the flash out from Pathos, flash out from Lilia. Should be first blood here. That's a good little pick there. Lilia was not expecting the flash from both. Lockdown from the Renekton W, instantly one shot. Not expecting that damage.
Yeah, very good team play there for sure. Just showing how much weaker Lilia is versus these early game champions right now.
Free trade, it might be back. White Dog might take it back and big flash million. Oh, and White Dog follows up with another flash to get the solo kill. I think very good mechanics from both top laners here, both getting picks, but I think Linium could have backed off. It was good, well played from both teams there.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a deceptive matchup, this one. It feels like Renekton should win really hard. But if you don't play around Mbessa's cooldowns, like Lydium unfortunately didn't there, she can kind of just use them all on you, and then you end up losing.
Yeah, exactly.
So what you need to do is kind of stack Fury, play a lot around the wave, and then you you end up getting the push, pretty much always, and then you can kind of roam around, help junglers, or maybe look for a kill if it's the right situation.
A little bit more fighting top lane. White Dog really using that level 6 advantage, that pressure. Pathos maybe looking for a counter gank or possibly a gank here. I think he just wants to hover Sunny so Sunny can get a nice little bit of wave and the reset. He goes in on Tilt Lord here, put it everywhere, flashes, misses, Sunny with a W to clean it up. Big volley, big pick here. I think they can walk out since they got their gold and I think Sunny wants that recall now. Vex is waiting in the shadows for an ulti, but looks good.
Yeah,
oh, they're he hits the ulti as well. We've got fights both sides. Sunny's gonna go down here after getting ulted. trying his best to kite out, and he just goes down to winning there. Big kill bot lane. Two
Yeah,
fights at the exact same time there was quite interesting.
They definitely knew Vex could have been there. I guess they just didn't expect the quick collapse with the ulti.
No. All in all, I think I believe Skanky pushed mid, got a plating as well, so... Oh, big trade on Lenny here. Takes a tower shot though. That's White Dog equalized the trade. Not too bad for him.
Yeah, Skank is going to be roaming up here. They're looking at a dive. I think it's definitely possible with
Anyway,
Lydium.
it's down though. Oh, the shield, ulti, and W. Very clean played.
Yeah, oh, with the Triumph
Very
survives.
clean play, lives. Good roam there from Skanky. It's looking good. It's currently it's not much of a gold lead, but I'm hoping that they can keep their snowball going. They do tend to throw it. I've seen a couple of games of theirs and scrims. When they have a lead, they tend to get a bit overconfident and it throws it away. So let's see if they don't remade that mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love it if this kind of team or this game quality keeps up. It's very clean so far. Both teams making great plays.
A little bit of trading going on in bot lane here. Not too much, I think. They really want that plating, but I think it might cost them a bit chunk.
Very nice CS lead by Sunny though.
Yep. One of his comfort picks. I've always been afraid of his Ashe in our games when we play. We have a 2v2 looks like top lane here. Patos and Lilia getting trades. Lenium hasn't popped his ultimate yet, it's in a second. Lenium's ulti's popped. I think this is a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, Lydium's gotta be careful though. He can get.
White Dog. Patos
Yeah.
could, if you can 2v1 there, big turnaround. Gets one. Lilia is here. Patos and Skanky's
Yeah,
woke up.
he can
Flash up
just
from
E in.
Patos. Big E.
Very
also
nice.
One health. Just flashes out of the ulti from Oriana. Very well played. Good fight. Vex is followed up on the roam though. Taking chunks from Skanky. Gets feared. Just like our very, very active top lane fights.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. They're playing through Lydium as they should be. Unfortunately, it didn't go fully towards them, although definitely a net win.
Yeah. And they're gonna take those grubs down, walk out with it. It's one objective towards their feats that they want. Sunny's taking more of a passive approach here, realizing the damage of Cogs is staying back here. Getting Cog down, this could be a kill. Big ulti to counter engage. We got a Braum ult coming out. John and Nado protecting. Oh, and the stun comes out and the kill. Well played there from Hunt and Tilt Lord. Clean play. Stunny overstepped there, didn't realize the Cog more damage and range with W. Gets stunned and taken out.
Yeah, we'll see if the Hunt is able to snowball here with this Kog'Maw pick. And yeah, I'm definitely thinking about the Janna pick versus Millia here, because I mean the Janna has just kind of been in lane so far, so I'm looking to see if he's gonna roam around and actually use this pick, or if he should have just picked Millia the whole time, you know.
Patos going in here. He's getting collapsed on Lilia too. He's not noticed though. He misses the E. Ult pops out. Sunny's fighting. This could be a free hit for Sunny here. He's being able to auto, no problem. Patos in there. One goes down. Both double killed. Vex is in. Looking for an ulti, but stepping down. Well, there's meant to be recovery after that death. He got a free hit there, which is what their downfall was. Patos was in there, just life stealing away with Conqueror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean Michael just creating that play on his own, super well played, knowing the location of his teammates and the limits of Xin Zhao.
The champion, exactly. Been pretty quiet top side, it looks like so far since the last fights. Same as mid. Looks like I think both junglers maybe might be moving to play for their bot lanes now. We have a TP going on bot lane here. They've noticed a bit late. Flash out from Braum. Fear double. This could be a double kill here. Kog'Maw locks down Sunny. He's done. Will Janna escape? Another ulti from Vex. Reset. And I think that's Janna going down too. Oh, big Nido. They left the kill. Shield. Braum Q. But he escapes.
Should die here.
Goes down. almost a big mistake there. They got a bit sleepy there, thinking that it was a guaranteed kill. Johnny could have run out. Now we're getting a 2v1 topside Linium. 2 ultis dropping. And I think Linium looks down as well.
Yeah.
Lots of active fights this game. Lots of active fights. I'm liking this.
Yeah, and the gold graph swinging back into red side's favor here. Oh, and the arrow.
Big ulti pick from Arrow.
Scans coming in a little bit too late though.
Big slow from the Braum, so you couldn't get there in time. It was very well played. Good positioning there.
Yeah, a bit over ambitious, I think. I don't think that was anything either way.
The idea was clear. It was good, but not expecting that Braum to sit there with the slow for Skanky not to make it in time. And Ambassador looks like she's about to proxy farm against this Renekton. Or at least take Grom, should we say. We've got a little bit of a duel going on here. Bot lane, ADC versus Mage. And Michael is doing the Drake on a ward, so this could look like a really
Yeah, they're separated from their team.
big fight. Flash going out from Vex here. Big ulti from Michael. TP in from Ambessa. Renekton has no counter TP, so it's just pushing. So it's 5v4, and Pathos goes down.
Yet they were just separated there. The mid laner and the support of Ratatouilles were in the bot lane while they were just stuck in the pit. So nothing to do there except just accept defeat. They just needed more setup for that Drake.
Look like look for a steal here. Oh, unfortunate ult from there. Lenium gets a free wave and platings. Nice little duel here. Maybe he can punish White Dog for walking through him. And that's half health from White Dog. Good pressure from Linium. I'm liking the high octane gameplay. It's very entertaining to watch. Just constant fighting everywhere, challenging each objective is quite fun.
Absolutely, we're just looking to see if this Ratatouilles can keep their foot on the gas. For looking at the leads, it's definitely towards Michael in the jungle and Gwynny in the mid lane.
Yeah, that Vex, if it's uncontrolled in those team fights, can just get free picks, keep resetting, so very volatile, and especially with that Luden's big spike to just one-shot the ADC at this point, so we need to be watching for those rooms.
Yeah, I actually like Vex because you can kind of peel the Kog'Maw too if you're not going in.
Yeah.
Like you can use your fear.
I made a little bit of a trade topside here. Oh, an early ulti from Linium. Oh, the Ashe ulti from downtown misses. White Dog gets to walk it out. Get another big idea, trying to play with the ults. Tried it bot side, just about didn't work. The Braum, and this time just misses. Big ulti from Skanky though, taking out Kog'Maw. Oh, and gets traded half.
Yeah, he just wants to protect his tower with his life now.
Yeah,
See if he'll be able
doesn't want to
to.
lose those boots. So active is interrupting my own conversations.
Herald spawning soon. We'll see who's able to pick that up. Doesn't look like. Oh no, they're pinging towards it now.
Yeah, they want that fight. Daniel's holding a freeze here. We could collapse on the White Dog if we move up top side. But yeah, I'm thinking that's what Linium's calling for in VC.
Yeah, super
trade
clean
from White
mechanics
Dog.
from White Dog. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice there. Good trade. Gets the wave on the tower too.
Yeah. Now Linium doesn't have TP, so he's gonna be about half health for this fight. Yeah, it has to just
Big
recall.
ulti on Sunny. Oh. Nice to flash out from the Lilia ball. So that's a big ult gone down from little Sluggers though, because that Vex ulti is very good for those team fights, and the ADC survived. Skanky's. Oh,
Yeah, but it's also flash from the
Reach.
Ashe and
and
Oh.
that's a kill from Skanky. Didn't realize the damage that Kog'Maw with Gwynsu's I believe does, and just got ran down.
yeah.
Yeah, we see it. Sorry. you
Yes.
go.
So, no, I was just gonna say that's a really big Herald pick for red side. They had so
Yeah.
much pyro after the Sunny having to flash.
Big fight going on top lane, Liam's throwing against that. The TP
Yeah.
coming in, Vex coming for support, misses the ulti.
He
Then
still has
get the
flash.
kill.
I think
Flashes,
they'll
double
both have
flash
flash.
follow up. He's committing to this, he needs to get the kill. He knows the TP will kill him though. He trades 1 for 1. Is he gonna get a nice little escape? Lilia's closing down, Kog'Maw's coming from base. I don't think he's gonna get out here. And little pick for Lilia. It was a good little 1v1. Renekton really using the limit of his champion just to counter, pop that shield early from Ambessa so that he could just take pure health out. And good flash from White Dog to run away, but Lenium wanted that kill badly, so he made sure he got it under that tower.
Understandable. That champion is way too slippery, dude.
Yeah.
Possible to kill.
Alright,
got
Ashlon
Dragon
got
Fight.
the TP coming down bot. And there's a top tower here in return. So we have a Kog'Maw with 2 items now, so this is very dangerous if he's allowed to free hit. So we're hoping that they can lock him down. I believe Pathos will want to get on top of Kog'Maw, not let him free hit. But with that Braum constantly protecting with the shield and the stun, this could be a very difficult job for him.
Yeah, Kog'Maw at 2 items now, picking up the Ginsus. I think it's gonna be a big power spike.
Little trade onto Duck there. Lenium's taking that top tower in return. I think this is going to give this Drake. I believe they can't fight for it.
It's really what you don't want to do against this kind of comp, because they're just gonna want to hunker down in the dragon pit and want blue side to engage on them, right? And stacking dragons just makes it even better.
Hunt's taking some damage from Oriana. That one walks out. No lives taken, but we got a top tower in return. Kind of a stalemate in mid lane right now, though. All of those Sluggers disciples are stacked in that top side jungle, though, so possibly looking for Linium, but unaware that he is just going back to base to get his items.
Yeah, and I think we're definitely entering what the LCK casters would call a lull state right now. With no objectives and nothing to do really. Watch me caster curse that and some fight breakout right now. Just farming camps.
Yeah, just casual tempo, picking up a red buff or Kog'Maw. If they do any trading, just gets guaranteed. Going for a little invade here, while on the ward.
Yeah, looking at the bot side, I think Michael's gonna look to dive Gwynny here, or at least take the bot tower.
Oh, it's definitely it.
Yeah, it should be free actually.
When he gets out with a 2v1 here. Oh, they almost burst Linium. They didn't take the tower out in time. Lane almost died to the tower as well as Gwenny's burst, but clean kill.
Yeah, I mean Lydium still has ult here. I think he's just looking to back though.
Yeah, just walking back. He knows that Braum wouldn't walk up unless he's got someone behind him. They might try to collapse, so they're gonna check the bush. Oh, Michael's been seen. Jumps onto the Lilia, stunned instantly, and Kog'Maw just free hits ult. It's just delaying his inevitable death there. And I believe that will be yet to con for them. Jungler's gone down as soon as it spawn and everyone's bot side, so I think Ratatouilles all they can do is take mid tower, possibly get some tempo back, but it's definitely another objective taken down for them.
Yeah, just overstepping a little bit after a great play.
Maybe 2 ults stun, Indian pops ult well. Got another ult out from White Dog. Big John at ulti takes him out. And we're diving still, White Dog, and he's still escaping. Calling out 3 flashes, I believe, there. Or 3 ultis, sorry, not flashes. 3 ultis to get out. Almost escaped with his life, but well played. 4-man dive there.
Yeah, I get that they wanted to defend the tower there, but it just, I mean, they're clearly weak side given that they're taking Atakan, their teammates. So yeah, they should just know that in that situation they should be playing safe.
Yeah, a little bit of an overextend. I think he was a bit overzealous thinking that he could save that tower. But I mean, it is the mid tower. Once that tower is open, the map is open, right? So I understand why they want to protect it, but fortunately, Ratatouilles play it correctly and they get a good kill. 2 kills, sorry.
Yeah, some more gold for Sunny, evening up a little bit with the Kog'Maw, gonna be very nice for him.
Taking over the gold lead, actually. They were down for a while, and Ratatouilles are now ahead by a K.
Yeah, Sluggers definitely ahead in objectives, but
Yeah.
less Ratatouille's ahead in gold, so we'll see if they can leverage that for the coming objectives.
But so far, what do you think it's gonna come down to? I don't think I've seen too much of the Lillian team fights. She's kind of been picked off or zoned out. I definitely think it might be a random pick onto a top laner or someone just out of position, and then that becomes the end of the game. Is what it's looking like so far. No big team fights. We haven't seen how they go right now.
But we're looking at
Big. Oh, North Tower goes up from Sunny. He's whiffed on it.
yeah.
It's a big Ash Arrow waste there.
I mean, I think at this point, Liz Ratatouilles are finally comfortable enough to contest the dragon. So I think we're looking at a big fight here. And
Down with ADC ulti though is kind of a problem. Arthur's getting big chunk there, and ult goes out. Warm ulti goes out too. Janna ulti protection. Vex ulti's on. Hasn't taken it though. Gwynny's going in as a free pick on the jungle. We have a fight topside. Well, White Dog jumped on Sunny. Sunny has walked away. Vex ulti misses. Lillian's running down White Dog. Sunny's jumped, cannot get into this fight. He's staying back. Skanky gets hit by the ball. I think they just need to walk out of this fight. Skanky big flash. I think he's gonna die to that Yandri's burn. Oh, it's a awkward fight there.
yeah, definitely haphazard. And you were completely right. It's going to come down to a random pick. Secluded Pathos just getting slapped there and taken down, and then the whole fight was just ruined for him.
Just separated from his team. 3 ultis go down. That's a guaranteed Drake. Sunny did well there, so I've got dove on by Nambessa, but without that ultimate, couldn't get a pick back, and I think this is a very awkward fight. It's quite dangerous. Millennium's going in, gets feared, instantly one shot again. Sunny's quarter health, so's Duck, both walking out. Soul has gone down, big flash from Braum. Misses the Q though. We have Lily over the wall. Sunny's 1v4 and gets taken down by Vex.
Yeah, that looked very silly, and I think it definitely was, because I'm not sure what they think they're doing going in 3v5 there. They're just always going to lose, and they're just wasting time watching them do the dragon either way. So
right, I believe it's they don't want that soul to be on Kog'Maw, because it just means free locked like hunt down. You can't run away from that Kog'Maw range. So they wanted to contest it, but they were just nowhere near on the health. They just had to accept the loss and try and play around a pick later on. But it's alright. Let's see if the Ratatouilles can recoup and regather a better team fight later on, as we get item spikes on both AD carries.
yeah, it's a real shame. They're playing. Liz Ratatouilles are playing kind of like a pick comp, right? But they've just never gotten to actually use the pick comp to its full potential, because someone of their team has gotten picked, or they just haven't been strong enough to contest.
Yeah, exactly. Baron is up.
Big props to Eric and the others of the team of Sluggers for peeling for Kog'Maw very well, though.
Very well, exactly. He's not been in any threat. Oh, we've got a big dive here on Skanky. Big ult coming out from White Dog. Texture ult from Skanky. He's tucked him away. Linium's here to crash and get a free pick here. This could be a Baron play for them. White Dog's clearing the wave. He's surviving a lot longer than expected. And down goes one. And Sluggers are doing Drakes, and there's 2 bot they've committed. The TP's coming in. This could be a very good fight for Ratatouilles. They could turn the tide here. Ult goes down onto Janna. Janna is one shot. Sunny is free hitting, but he's getting ulted by Braum. Vex is resetting, like I said, very volatile. As soon as she gets 1 kill, she goes back in and she just wipes them all out for 1 by 1. Well played there from Gwynny, getting a pick onto the Janna and then just snowballing out of control in that team fight.
Yeah, Gwynny, wow, they are very good at this.
We've got a TP out bot side just to maybe push that tower. Skaki's there to wave clear. And we're taking that top tower too. It was looking good. Looked they could have turned it. They had 5v4, but unfortunately, they had 4v4, I believe. I don't think Skanky got to that fight. Sunny was free hitting for a while, but that reset was a bit too much for them. And it's going to lose. Another TP coming out bot side, taking that tower, and they're just slowly losing their base bit by bit now.
Yeah, it looks pretty hopeless for them now. I think that there was a glimmer of hope there, but they just executed a bit too fast. I think. I think if they let them tank the Baron a little bit more, maybe they could have done something more with that.
It does make you think, though. As you said, I think the game just kind of will be slowly run out by Sluggers here. What do you think they were going to go with for the second game? A more aggressive comp again, or sorry, are they go for a more aggressive comp or a more passive comp again?
I mean, I think since Sluggers banned both Hui and Jarvan, I think those are two picks that they're looking to get less Ratatouilles. So I also think that's a pretty good combo, right? Because Jarvan can ult them, and then Hui just gets like a perfect. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think they're looking to build around those two champions. Maybe a bit more weak side top. A bit more tanky.
Here. Linium separate from the entire team, getting collapsed on here. That's 3 ultis going down, and down goes Linium, and I think they just walk out this base now. That's a Vex hits ult again. I don't think he's gonna take that a bit too deep.
Yeah,
and now
it's like
the,
like my mind's telling me no.
Yeah,
it's one of those moments.
One of those Lee Sin cues. You take it into the team or no. They try and play wave clear here. It is a Baron wave though. Braun's going in with a free ult. Oh, that's a pick onto Sunny. Sunny's ulted again, sleeping, and he's one shot. Michael pushing to their backline so they can't do anything. Hunt flashing forward, wiping out the team. Well played from Sluggers here. That's very, very well team fight. Braun aggressive with the Q and ult onto Sunny. Lilia bowling ball, sleeps him, and Sunny's unable to play the game here. And that. Let's walk it out again here. Big first game for Sluggers here. I wonder how they're going to do, how they're going to recuperate and think in the VC here for less of the 2Es.
Yeah, I think Sluggers Disciples, in the last series they played like a flawless game 1 as well. So I think they're feeling very happy with that repeating history. But we'll see if they'll be able to keep it up, as unfortunately for them, they were not in week 1. Right. But perhaps it'll be different in week 2. New top laner, new mental, you know?
Exactly. I'm feeling Sunny might be a bit frustrated there because I feel like he just got completely overwhelmed with ultimates there and just was unable to play that last fight or last 2 fights, to be honest. So I'm thinking he's probably going to want to draft a more aggressive fight, an aggressive comp, sorry, for next game. See if they can recuperate that loss, make it 1-1.
Yeah, maybe Lucian or something.
Possibly, I'm thinking a Lucian pick might come out here. I'll be very surprised if he goes for a smolder here. But we'll see when draft comes out.
Okay, well, we are going to go to break before game 2 here, and we have some bonus coverage of LC versus From NA with Love.
Oh, should be interesting.
Free as well.
Ooh, as we see XD going in with his ult again, and he's just gonna kill Dog over me now. He's saying to Dog over me, I'm going over you, you have no chance anymore to... As we see a nice handshake coming out from Delute, who gets polymorphed in just some bottle. You only need to get 2 to get points toward defeat? Okay.
What?
Thank you, Dutch.
So
apparently they changed it, which means that they do get a point for the objective. Now the handshake misses onto the Kaisa. The ult comes out though, Berserk getting hit. Let's see if... Oh, nice Q flash coming out from the Fire. Going onto the Lulu. Lulu dies towards the Jinx. And looks like they're gonna back off here. It's a 1 kill over towards the Jinx, which, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I would be happy with that. It's one of your main scalers, getting 2 kills early in the game. Always nice, they're even in CS. Feels nice as well. As I'm a little bit scared about top lane though. I feel like Gnar is running it so hard. I think he's gonna be a real menace with his dive ability in his onto the backline. Yeah, is Dog Over Me gonna die again? Yeah, he gets stunned even though he knocks him up, and now he changes the range and he dies again to XD. As we see an overstay here from Jinx, who then dies to the mid lane and well overstay. I don't know how they there, but it's 4-man bot, and that's how Jinx dies again. But picks up the Yuntal 10 minutes in, which I assume is a really good time.
It's a really good time to get the first item finished here.
Now, this Yasuo and this Gnar are so ridiculous for that.
It's motherless. Okay, interesting. I'm sorry guys, I just needed to watch something because always when I try to tap out now it's working. Perfect. Sorry. So we are back there. Now I see everything.
You do. I don't. I don't have that overlay, you know. I have to make do with basically, as we see, Mr. Cat Arena NM himself going in onto the Vlad here, who Qs, heals back, health, and I guess even trade. Are they going to continue though? Lethal Tempo is fully stacked now. The Ignite comes out now, more heal, but he doesn't pull or doesn't have pull and dies in the end. That falls to it.
Yeah,
And I don't know if he has his ult.
Oh, I don't think so. No, he don't. This ult is on cooldown. But that's the thing. That's the thing that we talked about in the draft. Yasuo is now 4-0, nearly finishing the Blade of the Rune King here, and then this Yasuo can pop off totally in this game. And that's the lead that we are talking about that they need on all these lanes. Poppy is good in game. Gnar is really great into this game with the huge CS difference. We're seeing here Doggo just got problems here.
Looks like he's gonna die again. Yeah. There he goes, dies again. He's really struggling, and now we see a TP coming in from Gnar also down his border. Look, they do get Drake, but what are they gonna lose for it? You see the ult coming out from the Lulu, which is nice, but is she gonna get out? It looks like she's gonna fall for it. It's 1 kill traded for the Drake. As we've seen them now chasing towards the Vlad, who pulls away. Got knocked up by Poppy ult. We see the ult coming out from Kaiser Saddle, has to flash, and it's only 1 kill. 2 ult out. So yeah. Gold lead is only extending. It's almost a 4k gold lead by now. This early already, only 13 minutes in the game. As we're seeing, Cat Arena may be caught out. We'll see. Although Dog Over Me takes so much damage, looks like he might just gets hit by a tornado. He might just get ulted, die either way. Gets knocked up. See, not that lined up together. Nice ult coming out, and we see the EAT coming out, but the EAT was wrongly timed. Passive. Cat Arena is still alive, and it's a 1-for-1 in the end. It's a shutdown though, as we see Vi queuing way there.
It's huge. The shutdown is huge for the Sugar 2. Slightly coming back, but maybe it now.
Ooh! What an ult. Happy getting caught out there with the jump ult. Now the flash over the traps. Now they do have to kill him because Renata W passive, but it's not enough. He's gonna get a double kill here. Now Rose or the Lulu having to flash away. And in the end, over the map, it's 1-for-1. No, it's actually 2-for-1 in favor of our NA with love.
Yeah, and they will get first turret here in the mid lane. Oh, Doggo can save it.
Like just time.
Yeah, there. For sure, the first turret will fall in favor for NA with love on one of these lanes. But it's looking hard for Lost Cause here to slightly finding something in advantage.
Yeah. Now we see them shuffling XD into turret range. And I guess they're gonna try and give the kill to Doggo, who flashes, tries to flash ult. XD died before he was able to flash ult, so Doggo just loses his flash.
We've been waiting all week for Fearless. Lock your picks, it's do or die. Baron calls and towers fall. We'll be laughing when we take it all. Oh, it's League of Friends Fearless time.
No, he didn't TP, but he gets there behind them, flanking,
Oh, and we're back.
and then he has to flash to
Balancer
get
as well,
into
not a
ult
black
range,
screen
and is
anymore.
barely out
Nice.
of range. Although he does the
We're
level
going
of damage
into
with
draft
Demolish.
for
Because
game
that's what
2.
hell does when you have Demolish, you know?
Trying to think in the
But I
mindset
don't think it's gonna
of
take it in.
Sluggers. They had a
Now
very
gets
good,
back. It looks like
probably a
mid lane
weaker
turret
early
is gonna
game,
fall here.
but they brought the mid
Although
and late
Ray
game
falls,
very well.
but yeah, it's not
So I think they
can't really
probably want to
collapse
keep that snowball
anything. It's
going.
3v2 if they would go in.
I
still a
think they'll
little bit
probably draft towards
far
their bot
there.
side this time. Since
Yeah,
the
this
Felios
game
ban went out the first
is
game, then
probably
they'll
not
just
going
take
how
out
they
that,
wanted
that,
to go.
bring that comfort pick
Although I
in
do think
and just
if
close this
somehow they
game
can
out
keep
2-0.
stalling this game, I think
If I'm
it's
trying to get
over.
in their
Win it.
heads, that's what I would be
They
doing.
have to make sure to not
What about your
let
thoughts?
it get too much out of hand.
Yeah, I'm a black screen again, but if I'm there, I am. Perfect. If
No,
I'm the
it's-
hunt,
it's
I'm feeling
fair.
so fucking good
Nearly
right now
hits
because
fair.
the last series,
There's won't be a
basically all
steal
series, he was getting
of it.
picked off
And then with love,
and
we'll
just kind of
secure
random deaths. I think
the
this one he had
Heralds
one death
in
throughout the
for
whole
the
thing.
team.
Very
I
impressive
think
performance by
Doggo
him, and I
might
think
die,
he's just
although
looking like,
the
guys,
Vi is there. It might be XD
give me
who's caught out.
whatever.
You see
I
the
think
Q
preferably
flash
a
actually
Felios because it was
just
banned
barely hit.
game
the
1, so
Q
they
from
can't ban
Doggo
it.
missing.
And
But he actually
but let's
jumping
just
over the
roll.
wall.
I think
but
that's what they're
meets
looking at
Renata.
and what they're gonna
Then he
do.
gets ulted, and it's a
Yeah,
kill
I
over
believe-
to the Vi in the end.
Also, for anyone
What I
that was watching
did
our
just
up bracket,
notice,
if you look at the bottom left, you'll
objective-wise,
see
besides
we have
Herald
coverage of the
and
middle
one
bracket
group,
game going on right
everything
now.
on the side
It's
of lost.
LC versus
Great.
I
Delay
don't I
soul if you're behind. Meaning that you don't have to
how I
fight
would love
this
sorry.
early.
Looking like
Look at that soul.
a bit of a landslide, but very entertaining game all around today. It looks like. Right, the mentality of Los Ratatouilles. Like I said, I have the personal benefit of knowing Sunny, and I know his thought process now is he wants to like prove himself since that last game, sorry, unable to do anything on that Ash pick. So I'm expecting a Lucian pick to come out here, and probably an engaged support like Alistar or something, because I think he just wants to try and snowball his lead. And if I was him, I would be screaming for help for this team, saying, "Please play me strong side, not weak side, and watch me take the reins here." So we'll see how it goes. I know Linium did well with his lead at the start, but I think Sunny will be wanting that leadership to be on his side instead and not top side.
Yeah, I think Linium is looking at like Cassante or Cyan. The
Mhm.
problem with that though is that both of those picks suck ass against Darius, and
Mhm.
since they picked it game 1, it means that you know they Sluggers have it up their sleeve. And
Mhm.
what was the player's name? Sorry, White Dog. Sorry,
White
new
Dog,
player.
Yeah.
He has it up his sleeve, so it just really sucks for them because I think that's
Mhm.
what he would look to play.
I'm
But
thinking about
we'll
the
see.
mid lanes though. That was the highlight of Sluggers team. Gritty popping off on that Vex pick, taking control of each team fight. I saw just constantly resetting, wiping out their backline. Are we thinking a control mage or another assassin for Gritty here? Because I know they do like to play a bit of Zoe. They have a Gragas pick there, safe in the backline, so they have a massive champ pool. I wonder what they're going to dive into and grab.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gwynny's a very flexible player. They got to Diamond 1 by playing only Phil, so I think that just shows you the flexibility. And I think they're just gonna want to pick whatever's best for their team. But now that we're talking about Gwynny, I think that might be my MVP for game 1. What do you think?
I'm gonna have to agree with you. Playing the lane pretty well, no free kills and good roaming, and then of course just doing the job perfectly in team fights, taking out that back line, just resetting. I'd have to agree with MVP for game 1.
Yeah, but looking at Ratatouille, I think they're definitely looking at picking Jarvan, which Michael
Mhm.
has a very good track record on. They did win the game that he played Jarvan in their first
Right.
series. So yeah, I think generally their team is going to be on more comfort this game.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too. In that case, it probably might be a Tristana pick coming out then for Sunny. I think I don't. I like the comfort pick of the Cassante, but like you said, that Darius pocket just means that Cassante will not be able to play that game. Will just get completely destroyed in trades. So I'm curious to see what Linium brings out there. Um, if they do what I think that Sunny wants is and their weak side Linium, I think a good pick possibly loan a Gragas pick, just safe, get a free engage, maybe a pick with ultis later on in the team fights, but can survive against a Darius pick in the lane using the Q to farm, such like that. So that's what I'm going to be looking out for. See what Linium can draft here.
Thinking about support though with Tristana, who do you think the best support is to pair with that champion?
Um, I think the best would be a really hard engage, like a Leona pick, but I feel like very hard countered by genres such like that. So I think any kind of hard engage, I think preferably if it would be me, it would be probably a Nautilus probably would come out. Just nice guaranteed free pick, one shot, and move on to resets. But let's see what they go with as the draft's coming up now. Oh, I guess not.
Yeah, I think we're looking at Nautilus as well. To
Mm,
be honest, Doctor Ducks played it before in
yeah,
Scrim, and he played it super well. I would bet my money on that champion coming out.
I believe they've been playing a few flex games or scrims, I believe. So, like I said, and I've seen his Alistair. Sorry, Alistair. Braum has been pretty good too. So maybe he. Oh, she's been picked last game. I apologize. They might pick Leona actually. It's a good pick as well. I've seen. So
Oh, they banned Nautilus. Okay, interesting.
and Tristana pick has gone out again. So no Sunny Tristana. Pumpkin pick gets banned out.
They took blue side as well, so I think it's gonna be a Jarvan first pick. I would be surprised
I
if it's not.
Yeah. There goes Poppy and Vibans, respectively. Yeah, with that Tristana looking out, I think he'll be looking at that Lucian pick for aggressive. Otherwise,
But they banned it. Very clever bans, I think.
Lucian has gone as well. Yeah,
Yeah, they know a shampoo.
they know he's gonna try and be aggressive because that's what he did the last week, right? Week one, second game, he just brought out an aggressive pick, took over the game, and won it for them to take it to the third game. And there goes the first pick Jarvan and the Felios and Jinzhao picks coming in respectively too.
Yeah, but they can't pick Xin Zhao. Amumu though, they can. Oh,
Gwen is still open too.
oh Zach. He played a
Zach.
wonderful Zach last series. It was very good. So I'm excited to see that.
Let's see. Well, let's see how much tempo Michael can gain. He's got his biggest pick so far, like you've been saying. Skank is getting in his Hui pick too. So we have two big comfort picks on our mid jungle duo here. So I'm expecting and we have a Jinx lock in for Sunny. It looks like they want to snowball hard. Big hyper carry picks here. And we have a Syndra to counter that Hui pick. For Gwynny. Malphite ban coming out instantly. Tarek ban. What are we thinking of the draft so far? What's it looking like for you? What do you think?
I mean, it depends on how Sluggers finishes off the draft, but I really don't like the Zach pick with
Right.
Syndra and Aphelios.
Hmm.
What was it? Because they need more peel, right? But there's the peel. There we go.
There's the peel, there's that Milio, exactly. And it looks like Doctor might be taking out that Leona pick for that lockdown. Into Emilio, which is kind of scary because Emilio can't just stand behind Aphelios, and anytime she throws that E, Emilio Q will just cancel her ruins that engage. So we'll see how that goes. And we have a Jace versus Jace top for Linium versus a
Yeah, we'll see. They need damage, I think, but they take Mundo.
Mundo
Okay.
pick. I think both. I feel it looks like Sluggers is probably relying on Aphelios hyper carrying late game.
Yeah.
They just want two big, beefy front lines just to tank and absorb all the damage, and then just let Aphelios free hit what it looks like. And Ratatouilles have an opposite where they just want to just constantly dive and do. Everyone wants to do their damage, so we'll see how it goes. Single carry versus three carries will be very interesting to see.
Yeah. I don't really like Mundo here though, because I feel like less Ratatouilles are good against tanks, and
Yeah.
they're just going to be able to poke Mundo down, and he has his ult for that, but I don't think he'll be very useful.
Yeah, but I think early game will be a big struggle for White Dog, but if he can limit, the damage, the deaths, possibly could, if he spirals out of control, it might be a hard target for Ratatouille to ignore or try and get past, and that's probably where Sluggers are trying to hope for happen. It's just if Mundo is in your face, you really can't really do much while Syndra's throwing Qs and E's at you. So we'll see how it goes. It's probably very, very dictated on the early game for Mundo. If Linium gets a lead, I know he's going to snowball that as far as possible. So it's going to be an
Yeah,
interesting draft.
yeah. I think he's just picking it to be like neutralizing, right? He doesn't want to, play more volatile pick and end up losing his lane due to getting ganked by the Jarvan and that stuff.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, two immobile mages mid as well as two very mobile gankers. So again, it's going to probably be dependent on who gets that first blood in mid lane, I think, or the gold lead in mid. Because I think when Hui gets that lead, he just dictates that laning phase, completely shoving lanes, free room to just roam anywhere he wants. Same as Syndra does the same. So it'll be down to the junglers to decide how the game goes. I think a lot of pressure on their shoulders here.
Yeah, I would definitely say blue side raft is harder to play because there's kind of that poke element. Poke comps are definitely the hardest type of comps to play,
Right.
whereas sluggers just kind of have to hug Syndra and Aphelios and hope they carry the game, right?
Exactly. I mean, they do have two beefy Warmogs builders, I'm assuming. So when they get poked, just a bit of disengage, regain, and come back. So we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be an interesting game. Um, well, let's make our early predictions before the game starts. Is it going to be a 2-0 for the first time in upper bracket, or are we going to get another go to third game 3?
No, I think we'll go to game 3. These teams seem evenly matched, and I think we saw that in game 1. And less Ratatouilles have a better draft, in my opinion. But what do you think?
I agree with the draft. I would like to see a game 3 because I like the excitement. It's fun to see a good fight, but with the way they closed out the fight, Sluggers last game, each team fight was executed very well. They didn't get picked out too much, but it looks like they might go on for a 2-0. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And here we go into game. It's looking like a good one.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, because I mean, list Ratatouilles, people thought they were going to be very good, if not the best team.
Right.
I'm thinking like, is it what we said? Is it that there is just too many chefs in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Too many people that want to cook. Is it like a mental thing? Like, because I mean, speaking from experience, when you have really high hopes for your team, and you end up losing, and those hopes kind of get crushed, at least momentarily, that is one of the worst feelings. So
Right.
I really hope they can sort of bring it back together, and this isn't just super tilting,
Yeah, I think your analysis is correct. I do think it is the too many chefs in the kitchen kind of thing, which I think you can work through with time, and I guess this is only second week, so there is definitely enough time to recover and come back. A few more maybe scrims and or like off-screen games and flexes together, build that chemistry up, and I think we can work well. Um, I don't know who I don't remember who the captain is for Les Ratatouilles, if you remember exactly.
It is Michael, secluded
Michael, right?
Pathos.
So I think it is down to Michael to just probably. I'm guessing morale is probably low. I mean, knowing to be told that you're probably one of the strongest teams or strongest drafts, and then losing your first week, and then going into a lost first game for second week, it is up to Michael to bring the morale back up. But we'll see how it goes. I think it just takes some time, build that chemistry together, and we'll see how it goes now.
Yeah, I mean that's like truly how the best teams win tournaments, right? Like even when they lose, they're able to VOD review, look what they did wrong, and then actually fix the problems that they have.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. We'll see as game starts now. Again, oh, this time we got Lustrous 2 is looking for an invade. A little bit of a poke down on Sindra there from Hui. Swatching the roles, so, last game 1, Sluggers did this invade and they won it out. Maybe this time it's tens the tables. Lustrous 2 is do it and they win.
True, that's what made the difference.
Exactly. Early wards, if you're a superstitious person, maybe that's the case, who knows. A lot of trades back and forth there. Spotted out the ward in the jungle on bot side, so we know Michael's gonna try and be top side so it doesn't get spotted. And we got Duck clearing out the ward there, denying that vision.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely kind of a superstitious person, to be honest. I have my own lucky socks that I wear when I play tournaments.
Fair.
Track record so far is I won a final, so I won a tournament while wearing them,
Cool.
and then I got third, so pretty alright. Or fourth, sorry, fourth.
Bad. Felios and Milia wait in the bush there to get a free pick with that range on Jinx. Nothing much you can do. Early engage from Duck there, but walking out. Just a bit of trading. Trying to let Jinx get into the game so they can farm, because that range with I forget the name of Felios' weapons, sorry. That long range sniper is just a bit too of a bully for early game, so trying to equalize the trades there. Oh, level 2 comes out here. Might be looking for a poke. No, looks good.
I think Jinx is supposed to be kind of like a soft counter to Athelis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit get punished too much early with that range.
Yeah, but I mean with Milio, like you're definitely gonna have prio against Leona.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we'll see if they can turn it around later on in the game.
Big stun comes out. Mid lane. Like I said, again, just a bit of a passive start to the game. Nothing much. Linian can do a couple of trades, mid lane a couple of trades, but no big engages or early volatile kills. Just farms. See where it goes. Both junglers path bot side though, so we'll see if it's gonna be an early gank bot side here or like a 2v2 type situation.
Yeah, I mean that's what's gonna make the difference, I think. Like if one bot lane gets ahead, it's just gonna be infinitely more difficult for the other team to actually come back, right? Because they're both hyper carries, and if one's more ahead than the other, right?
Alright, big trade there to interrupt you there. Linium's using his entire burst onto Mundo.
Yeah, got his potions.
Yeah, Mundo equalizing the trade, but with that D shield plus I'm assuming sorry, rinsed up, he will his life staying back up. Big gank here from Potato. Flash, Skanky's fizz out the E, but gets stunned by both. Force flash out. Michael's here for a counter gank. Might force Syndra flash here with an EQ combo, and there goes Syndra flash. They might continue going on Zac. Linium is walking down from top side. Big root. That's Zac passive going down. One auto. Big flash from Pathos. Skanky lives on one. The Syndra he misses. Gets the auto attack. First blood goes down. And Linium and Pathos finish off the Zac, getting two kills for Linium there. That's a big lead for Linium for his lane. Mundo's gonna be wishing that didn't happen. The first blood there from All Big E goes out from Dr. Duck, and the Milio Q comes out to take it out and regen back. Like as expected, this was going to happen. As soon as you go in, you get pushed out, and Felio's in that extra range from Milio's campfire to push Sunny away.
Yeah.
But and we've
Oh,
got
they're going back in. Oh my
aggressive.
goodness.
There's just no waiting. Sunny too low to keep going though. Ignite goes down. We popped the heal there, and topside we've taken. Oh, and Hunt takes out Dr. Dunn, flashes forward, gets done. Sunny gets the reset off here. Big kill. He's resetting. No vision on Milio. Big dodge from Tilt Lord. I think it's just a free kill. Barrier comes out.
Oh, he still has
Flash,
barrier.
Lord, flash and free kill. Sunny well played there. Big reset. Very aggressive. Gonna have words with there. Suddenly there. I was trying to commentate. He interrupted me with keep fighting, man. What's going on? A big fight there. Big 2v2. In the meantime, while that fight was going on, we missed that Linium got another kill on Mundo to claim feats midway through that fight. So we
Oh,
have a
dude,
big-
I didn't even see that. Holy
yeah,
shit.
just came in,
So
they claimed
much
feats. So got a 3-0 Jace topside now. We have a BF sword start with Boots and Jinx. I think this bot lane might be a bit pushed a bit over now. As long as they can keep this lead, I don't think Felios can do too much.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be rough for them. But I mean, going back to that play, like, I'm astounded by how long Sunny held his Sims there. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like it was incredibly close, but really the whole time it wasn't close at all
He
because
was
Sunny
really-
had his Sims the whole time.
No, I've noticed he's quite patient with his sums. He knows the limits of each champion he's fighting, so he's pretty good with that. But very well played from Hunt to take down Dog after being CC'd. Dog misses the E there, takes a free little trade, but walks out with W. Good. Where we did also miss that first blood in that 2v1, the 2v2 in mid lane. Very well played by Gwynny to get that last war attack onto Skanky to take that extra 300 gold, but that roam from Linium was a bit too much for them, so they get that extra double kill.
Yeah, and that happened 2 minutes ago,
Yeah,
but there's
2
been so
minutes
much
ago.
fighting.
Very big change. Missed a lot of game content. But there we go. Oh, we got a little skirmish happening in mid here. Squiddy can walk first before Skanky. Big EQ combo. Stunt. W coming up from engage from Milio campfire healing. Michael getting low. One shot. Oh. Got a big combo onto Gwynny there, and Skanky followed up with a Q, but just was too much healing, and bot lane could move first.
Yeah.
So
He had a supportive way, but it was just a bit too deep, I think. Like, after the Q, like, really he had no help, right? So, should have just flag and dragged away, I think, and waited for his team to get there.
looking like a
Leona.
little bit of support fight going on.
Yeah, I think he was just gonna E in or... Oh, the minions,
Felius now has Severum and Crescendum, has both dueling weapons. Probably do not want to pick a fight here.
Yeah.
Big pro campfire out.
Oh, the Hunt
Sunny
doesn't see
damage.
Pathos,
Hunt
though.
does not notice. Big ult got him Sunny. Sunny is out of the fight. He can have ulti. Pathos jumping on that Milio. Hunt is getting 1v1 by Leona. Skanky takes a free kill. Stuns out the Milio, and down goes Milio. I think Hunt kind of tunnel vision there on Sunny. Thought Sunny was going to overextend, get a free kill, and did not watch the Jarvan just walking into that lane, taking a free kill. Well played there from Ratatouilles. Top side there was a 2v1 for Linium, but he survives that. Plays well, pulls out the Mundo ult.
He has to flash away, though. Yeah,
Like his-
I think the Hunt is feeling like he has to do something against this Jinx, who is accelerated. But yeah, I mean, Eric and him not being on the same page at all there. Eric just being super far back and him just walking up. That was pretty poor play, unfortunately.
I mean, despite that, he's doing a lot. He's doing well to keep those CS numbers even.
Very true.
So you know, it's still very, very impressive. Linium getting shoved in the tower here, maybe trying to hold the freeze. Trading onto Mundo. Mundo with no ultimate, so this could be a kill here. Looking for a dive. Linium gets hit by the E, and that's just very well played there by Wild Dog and Potato. Good dive. I think Linium got a bit overzealous there, thought Mundo was pushing, did not see that Zac just free dash on top.
yeah, you're trying to get the most out of your lead, right? You're 3-0, but sometimes you just gotta play safe, even though it's a Mundo.
Oh, Milio's just walked faced into a Jarvan here. Suddenly probably get a free kill here. Probably reset to run onto that Aphelios. Atos is also looking for it too. EQ and the ult. No flash on Aphelios. Oh wait, no flash is up. He used it late. Jinx comes out.
Oh, the Sunny flash though.
And the Q.
I just get some
played,
nice.
Atos. Well played there. Gets the ult out, holds him in place, but I think it should have been an early flash to dodge the Jarvan ulti. He would have survived, but held on to it a bit greedy. Goes down.
Look at this, they're just getting to farm the plates for free. No grubs, but I mean, they're do so much damage anyway.
Exactly what I was thinking as well. This is exactly what Sunny wanted. Just play for him, get that lead on a hyper carry, especially like Jinx. You get 1 or 2 kills, and it just means that lane is just completely over for the enemy ADC. I mean, you're trying to hold the wave here. I don't think Duck is gonna let Eric do that. Oh, I think he is. Fergus is gonna catch that entire wave. Doesn't miss too much, but does lose his flash.
And yeah, this is what we were talking about. The moment one of Jinx or Aphelios gets ahead, it feels so bad for the other team. That's why everyone's just scrambling to get to bot lane, right? And help out Aphelios, help out Jinx, you know, to make sure that they either keep the lead or come back.
Interesting, despite Sunny being 3-0-2, the CS numbers make a big difference. That Hunter's come back with a Yuntal, and Sunny still has not got a full item yet. So I hope he keeps an eye out for this. Maybe he overextends. Maybe Hunter's hoping he's not paying attention to the fact that he's got a Yuntal. Waiting in the bush on a control ward here, possibly looking to get. Melio Campfire goes out, gets a stun.
Oh, cheapy buy from Jace though.
We have Jace. Sunny's being jumped on by all three. Sunny's going down. Can't move. Jace big EQ flashed on Tilt Lord. Duck stuns out Aphelios. Hunt is trying his best to keep alive. 1 health. Good fight from them. Minions running down that Tilt. Milio's down. I think Zach just walks out with his passive here. Oh, big EQ flash from Pathos. Diving with Zach within the tower. Oh, that ramped up damage on tower with the buff.
Yeah, they can get him. They can get him.
That goes down. Big fight, big skirmish bot side. It was looking very good for Sluggers there for a second. We had a big EQ flash there from Michael to stop that Zach E. Make sure he gets locked down, but tanks 1 too many tower shots, it goes down as well.
Yeah, very big from both teams. Very high level. Using the TP, and with the man advantage, blue team were able to take it down there, although it was very close and very commendable from Sluggers.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get the lead back any way they can, using that item advantage from Aphelios.
Yeah, very well played from Milio and Aphelios. They're keeping Aphelios alive a lot longer than expected, especially in 3 people there. Big pick onto Milio here. Sunny might get a free kill. Big reset, might some poke damage. At the end of that skirmish though, White Dog consistently takes top tower. Make sure they can't take a bot side, and makes the feats of for the boots more of a Kalash for Drake now instead of. Oh, Pathos getting caught. Oh, his EQ gets interrupted by Zach Q. I think Pathos might go down here. Then you try to save him, but very well played. Good stun from Gunny, and very well patient Q there from Zach to make sure he couldn't get away with the EQ.
Yeah, great timing.
Well played, coming back.
Yeah, if that keeps happening, there's no doubt in my mind that Sluggers disciples can come back somehow. But I think we're seeing like how they've won so far is they're leveraging their leads, you know, especially in mid lane, to just hover around the bot lane, and they're doing that just way more than Sluggers disciples are, which is how Sunny is just able to is just getting fed by his whole team, you know. It's very well played. But we're looking at a dragon coming up here, trying to get their second break of the game. With so much setup, I don't think it's contestable.
Oh, looks like a big fight here. Big EQ onto Milio ult and Jinx ulti somehow lives. TP coming in from Syndra here. Milio is very low. Cooldowns are on. Big stun. Really ulti on Michael. Zach Hilton on Skunky. Good stun and fear. TP coming in from White Dog as well. Very well played. Big stun, 2-man and a 1-shot. onto Jarvan there by Gwynny. Good job.
Yeah, that just shouldn't happen, man. They need Jinx there. They need better setup than that. And then Gwynny perfectly timed E, just saving that play. And we'll see,
It
maybe
looks-
the start of saving the whole game as well.
It looked like Sully wanted to take that mid tower first before starting anything, and they just didn't hover him. Went too far, and surprise Syndra just one taps their jungler. They go down. But I mean, Sluggers have taken the gold lead, very minor, but they were down I think 2,000-3,000 at the start of the game, and now taking over again. Skanky's running face into Velios, but I don't think that's a good idea from the hunt. And he gets one shot by a full combo from Skanky. Well, a bit overzealous there, I think, there from the hunt. He was walking into him blind, but at the end of the day, it is a way with the full item to one tap 2 levels down ADC. So
Mhm.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zach has a big lead over Michael in the jungle, which I think feels very good for them. Oh, so didn't get caught.
Yeah, bit too far, and he's gonna get taken down here. He's not gonna burn anything. Very. He really wants that mid tower. He wants to open up that map for himself, but it's just overcommitting again. Getting stunned by Gwynny. Well played. Again, like I said, Gwynny's just getting these picks, very big stuns, playing very well.
Yeah, Gwynny, one of the few that are making great plays and, you know, not really making a lot of mistakes, which I think is why we've talked about them being MVP.
Exactly, it looks like Sluggers are now only one objective away from their fetus for their boots. Oh, they've got him actually. Sorry, that's a big from Hunt getting clapped on by 3 people here. Big ult there from Leona. I don't think it was necessary, but I think it's a little cooldown. Gets the pick, and we can push. Sunny going to try and stop this Mundo, but Warmog's destroying that tower with Demolish, and Sunny looks like he's just healing him.
Yeah. Give him the thumbs up. Oh,
Yeah.
he's getting shredded now, though.
He's kicked in the lethal tempo, forces
I
the
think
Mundo
he's
ulti.
alright.
He might get ran down here.
Unless he
Big
gets stunned.
flash from
Oh,
Lunia. And Ignite goes down, forcing the flash. Big
nah,
E
he
comes
should
up,
die here. No ult anymore.
and then gets a free pick. I think White Dog got a bit too cocky there. Didn't think
Yeah.
that would happen, and forces his flash out. Leona flash and Ignite goes down. Sunny gets a nice little pick.
Yeah, I really don't know what he thought he was doing there.
Yeah.
Like, he does a lot of damage with Demolish, but after that he does no damage to the tower, so why is he just standing there hitting it with his head?
Sunny picks up another tower topside. Really kind of spiraling out of control, moving to mid here. Very high octane game, taking their gold lead back again.
Yeah, and once again we're entering a lull state, I think.
Exactly, yep. Nothing to really fight for, just both junglers farming their camps, laners taking their side lanes and just waiting until something comes up.
It's actually insane though that Zac is the most ahead, you know, over their counterpart out of anyone in the game.
Right. And we have Sunny coming out with an Infinity Edge now, so we have 2 item spike on that Jinx. Lots of damage here, so I think they'll probably want to look for a fight as soon as possible just to really accelerate their lead.
Yeah. And just now, after that dragon fight earlier, we were kind of thinking Sluggers Disciples were on the up and up, but Les Ratatouilles have brought it back.
I think they had us. They had the slander. And they were like, nope, that's not the case. And they turned it around.
Yeah, we're looking at them with the lead once again to this dragon fight. We'll see. Maybe Gwynny can get another nice E. We'll see what happens.
Oh, looking like there might be something going down the mid here. Everyone's come together. Duck looks like he wants to engage with a little bit of poke coming out, but the Melio shield is keeping everyone nice and healthy.
Yeah, they gotta keep in mind that the Melia is there with his shield and his ult, so if Leona gets in, he can just concept and then Aphelios is good, right?
Yep.
Gets the IE though, and it's gonna just sprint back to the dragon. We'll see if they start it before he gets there. Doesn't look like it though.
Okay, well, Skanky's TPing in just to make sure it's a 5v5. Lenium's looking for a flank angle, maybe just some poke on the ADC, or maybe one big ult from Duck there. Nothing, no engage, just a bit of poke, trading back and forth. You have used a big engage ulti. Stun out on Mundo. Big stun from Syndra, forces the flash out from.
Oh, the hunt has to be there though. The hunt's
Big
farming
EQ
midway.
flash from Michael. Michael ults onto the Milio. Milio's trapped, flashes out. CC locked now by Zac, and that's a kill. Sunny is just looking for one reset so he can go off, and big ulti there from the Hun into 3 people, and they just go bye-bye.
Yeah, they're using their big walls there, Zac and Dr. Mundo, to great effect, and they're just not able to get through. And like I talked about the poke, you know, being good against them, but against Zac and Mundo, that just doesn't matter because of the regen with the Spirit Visage on Zac and Dr. Mundo. And look at that gold graph.
Oh, it's just back and forth. It was very, very big. I mean, it started off pretty well for Ratatouilles, forcing out flash from Grinny, but then over committing with an EQ flash from Jarvan there, and then ulting onto Milio. Milio just forcing the flash out, but stays on pretty much half health. Sunny struggling because he can't get one pick to reset, so he's just sitting there trying to hit the mountains in front of him, and gets clubbed together, and Hunt gets a very, very nice ultimate off and wipes them from.
Yeah, blue side comp just is so much about the picks, and when they can't get through and attack the actual squishy targets, then they're just gonna, you know, they're just gonna lose the war of attrition against these giants.
Exactly. Oh, see, it's still chance. It is a jinx at the end of the day. Just one reset and they can turn a fight. But that's very well played so far. Sluggers take that lead back and set up that Aphelios. It's a very, very big goal difference now. Looks like they're probably trying to collapse on this Mundo here. 4 people for him. He's got that spell shield. It's gone down now. Stun going through. Zac's here to help him, but I think they're going to accept that Mundo goes down here. He's trying to waste their time as much as possible. And there goes the pick. Linium takes down White Dog.
Yeah, one great thing about Lesser Ratatouille's draft is they do very much have the prio on the side lanes.
Yeah.
So I want them to leverage that and try to get the tier 2 towers here.
Linium Skanky just sitting in that that bottom bush, trying to push that tower together. Oh,
Yeah, looks like
Skanky
they're gonna
gets
trade.
stunned Mid-flight, ulti goes after Skanky, another ult from Zac. Lots of DPS being done here onto Skanky, not the Zac though. He's still going in, gets the solo kill. Lenium's trying to do something, trying to get that passive, but it's just too much sustain, too much healing from the Zac there, and I think he might just run down Lenium too. He's trying to duck and dive. There's a TP coming out now. He's not paying attention. Lenium's trying to maybe sneak his way out, and now the Mundo's hit closing down, and he's getting collapsed on.
Yeah, he's gonna die eventually. Holy, what a play from Brandon Potato. Going into 1v2, absolutely no fear. I was thinking, what is he doing? His whole team is on the top side, like on the opposite side of the map, but he's like, nah man, watch this, look at my wallet. And he throws it at Skank and gets him.
It's completely cancelled on his first E as well by Lenium. Doesn't make a difference, the ult damage. That just absorbing all the damage that Skanky was putting out, didn't care about it. I've seen enough, guys. We should nerf Vizier. It's a bit too much damage there from Zac. But it's not looking good. I think Sluggers might just push.
Here though, they could get the Hunt, right?
Hunt gets caught, but Skanky just one shot. Hunt is being CC'd. Milio is keeping him alive, keeping him stunned. Big ult from Jinx doesn't hit Milio, doesn't hit Hunt, and Hunt is just able to free farm, free hit. Diving now. And we're just going in one by one now, slowly into their full team and just dying, committing deaths we don't need to. And Potato's going in, level 15 versus level 13, just runs him down, forces the flash out, but he's gonna keep him going. He's got that passive to rely on, and there goes Sunny, and I think that's the game.
Well played by Slugger's disciples.
Very, very well played.
Yeah,
it
but
was,
we're looking at another one of these drafts where they want
ooh,
less Ratatouilles to engage onto them, and they are just peeling beautifully. Even though Aphelios did die there, like it's obviously a huge win for them.
exactly what I thought would happen. Is just those two front lines became too much of a problem, and Jinx just cannot get to them. Yeah, and if we look now, catch up on that gold lead. Look at that massive spike there. 8,000 gold lead to Sluggers Disciple. It's not looking good for Blizzard's Tuies. What do you think the VC is like? The comms? What are we thinking? Mental state for Ratatouille's side now?
Great question. I think they're probably pretty sad because it's not looking great, but you know, they're gonna have to give Baron here, so that's what they're saying.
Oh, Duck might walk up too far here, getting engaged on. Baited. Oh, survives with his health. Just about stops the Baron for now.
Yep.
But I think they can just restart it. Duck has to leave and reset. It's too low, and they can just go back up to regenning. Do or die. Paul here to fight, and red team take it. Michael gets caught by a stun. Oh, Skanky tried to one-shot the hunt. He lives on just 1 health. And I think he's gonna get run down here. Flash comes out from Wild Dog to hit the cleaver, and I think that's Skanky going down. Nothing he can do. Pulled out his flash though, and he's gone. Oh, so big stun from Gwynny there just to get onto J4 and just one tap him with ultimate, and then Skanky tried to do the exact same thing to the hunt, but unfortunately just didn't have enough damage to take him out, and gets picked out here. Duck recalling in too far in the jungle, getting engaged on again by the 2 tanks. Pulls out his ulti, trying to run away, but I think Zach's gonna call him down with the E. Slingshot done, and down goes Duck. Mid siege happening here with the Baron buff. They have no wave clear right now. Skanky is still on respawn. They're trying their best, and here comes the Zach, just gonna force them into a fight here. Barging in that bot wave with super minions and Baron buff. Sunny's trying to shred that Mundo, but he's just getting pulled. Pathos jumps in, ults onto the Aphelios, dies, and they just can't get to that front line, and there goes game 2. 2-0 for Slug Disciples. Very, very well played from them. still kept his cool, kept the right decisions, and brought his lead back. So, sorry. Oh,
All right, we're restarting the interview. Sorry, no audio. Nuts
yeah,
and
no,
potato. Welcome. Well
welcome back.
played. Going in for the
Okay.
1v2 with the Zach. Oh my
Give you
god.
a bit more
Oh, guys,
glaze,
I'm
you know,
waiting
that
with
one.
much.
Yeah, exactly. Just what would we say? Start again. But again, like I was saying, I was thinking like, you know, your mindset behind the engage, that 1v2, that highlight play was just, were you just, you know, brain off, go in, or like was it just, you know, the limit, you just, you know, I know you can win, I know I can win this fight, so I took it, or were you just limit testing and seeing what happened?
Um, I think I was so fed at that point where they just couldn't kill me. They didn't have the damage,
Right.
so I knew I win that even if I miss half my spells, which I hit like 2/3 of them. It wasn't too bad.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, honestly, it went pretty well. What were your other questions?
My follow-up question was, I think I wanted to know if you could give us some insight on your mentality, or like the team mentality and the morale after that early game, because you guys were losing picks topside. There was pick mid that was gone, and then also you and Jinx ADC was getting very very fed as well early. So
Yeah, that was
were you
very
guys
scary.
being were you guys like thinking defeatist, like, you know, it's kind of over now, what do we do? Or were we like, you know, we can win this in the end kind of thing, keep going?
Yeah.
What was the
Well,
team
I'll
like?
set the mood. The Jace, the almost Grandmaster Jace got a double kill, like level 3 or something. And then the
Mhm.
enemy scaling Jinx was like 4-0 or something early game. It's a very dire situation. But our mental was impeccable.
Mhm.
We made an upgrade after some events with our last top laner. A lot
Mhm.
of toxicity got kicked out. Our new top laner, the Mundo mentality, he doesn't quit, he scales, he has that unbroken mindset. And that's how it worked. We knew we scale, we knew we play for team fights, and honestly, our team fights were pretty good. I think the combos we made were
Mhm.
amazing, and that's how we came back into the game.
Good. Any questions for you, Galen? You got anything to say for nuts and potato?
Um, no, I mean we should have just like general MVP talks for the whole series. I think.
Mhm.
Is it the hunt for the whole series for you, Ahmad?
Um, I think for the whole series, I probably will have to say Gritty. Pretty just consistent all the way through. That first game on Vex, you know, played to perfection, I think. Made sure to scale, made sure to snowball in each team fight, and very big picks in the second game here. Syndra, big stuns. So for me, overall, would be Gwynny. I just wanted to make a little point for the hunt, because I know it's just, I know it's like to be in that losing situation, especially against like a hyper carry, and then to bring it back somehow and keep that mental was just something I wanted to point out and just give a bit of praise to, you know. But yeah, Gwynny for me would be the overall MVP for the series.
Yeah, me as well. I think like his Vex pick came on was so good. The way he just uses his ult,
Mm,
it's beautiful and very proficient with the pick. And then I think that Syndra E on the dragon play, I think it was the second or third dragon, really
mm,
turned the whole game around, and you were kind of able to sort of get some momentum and snowball off of that. But what do you
right.
think,
Sure.
Nuts and Potato?
For sure. I think I would also give Gwenny the MVP, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm,
Syndra is not even the like main pick. Vex is more of the main pick, but honestly, whatever we put Gwenny on, they're performing. Like I'm not worried whatever we have to put them. And yeah, like first game I just played to scale. Like I was, if you look at my farm, I was like highest level in the game,
mhm.
two levels on the 3 levels on the top laners. I was just scaling. I was playing early. I was having fun, prancing around, and Gwenny made all the difference there.
Mm. I would like to give a little honorable mention to White Dog, though. Again, very, very good debut. Like you said at the start, never seen them play before. They come in, good mentality to keep the team morale up, and performed pretty well against Lydium, who's very, very high elo player as well. So, you know, a little shout out to White Dog there. Top laner did a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, very glad you got a better fit in the top lane.
Mhm.
I mean, hearing you talk, Random Potato, you definitely seem like you have very good mental, and I know Gwynny does as well. Eric, for
you.
sure. So I feel like this is definitely going to work better for you, and I'm
Actually,
very excited to see what you will cook up in the future.
I have a small Easter egg, if you guys may. Do you
Okay.
remember the fight when our mid laner was level 6 and the Jarvan went in and they almost got the Syndra, and because of that bait, we won the fight?
Mhm.
Mid laner was like, maybe you shouldn't tell them that I leveled up my E instead of ultimate. So Syndra did not have ult that
Oh
fight.
no! Oh, I could have turned. That would have been very different.
We were baiting
Oh.
themselves. Our team were baiting themselves. But it
But,
worked, and that's what matters, and it was all part of the plan.
it was very well played from your team, though. Congratulations on the 2-0. Probably gonna spiral that into another good week next week, right? So
For sure,
congratulations.
100%. We already won the tournament. It's GG's.
I mean, that's the mentality you need, you
Hey,
know.
hey, I'm in there, man. Alt F4, baby. But yeah, let's look to wrap it up there. I just wanted to shout out the YouTube channel here. Don't forget to subscribe. In fact, you can only chat in the chat. We should have mentioned that earlier, but
Mhm.
you can only chat if you are subscribed. It's free, unlike on Twitch, so no reason not to do it.
Exactly.
And yeah, I also want to shout out on the Twitch. They are playing Game 2 of Lost Cause versus From NA with Love. With NA leading 1-0. I believe that's the middle bracket. And XD is playing on top lane. That's my student. I've coached him a little bit. So excited to watch that.
Well, oh, so
Mhm.
hearing that XD is playing Gwen into Sion, so it's a very good matchup. Should be free for him. Let's see if any of your coaching and teaching has worked out. You know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Um,
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Amon. You've been a great co-host. And Potato, well played, man. I'm gonna ban
Thank
Zach
you.
against you.
Well casted.
yeah, I would say the same again. And thank you for the color commentary. It was very good. And your insight was excellent in each comp and each player. So wouldn't have done such a good
Appreciate
job
it.
without you there. So thank you for that commentary. And again, yeah, well played for Potato there. Good job. Your team's done very well. Looking like the most dangerous team in the bracket so far with the way you guys have
Ooh.
played.
What do you
That's
think about the
in
team that
my humble
destroyed us
opinion. That
first
is.
week?
Sorry, what was
What
that?
did?
Pop?
What do
Yeah,
you
what did
think
you say?
about the team that destroyed us first week? You think now with the upgraded team?
I think with the
of
change, the new mentality. I mean, for me, this was probably the most exciting game. If you do go back and watch the VOD, constantly as I'm commentating about one fight, there was just another fight breaking out, and then there was a fight in between that fight. So it was the most entertaining game so far. So
But the 55-minute game, you remember that one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was
that
actually like
one,
that the
that
first
one
week
was
as well.
So we'll
That was
see.
the start of the series, man.
It's looking good though, but well played.
Thank you.
All right, go over to Twitch, guys, and thank you for this cast. It was awesome. See ya.
That was great. See
Have
you
a good
guys.
night.